Right now, these guys ready to go to battle. Game one is getting underway. Powder, he's got to stay on the winning course, and I can guarantee you, SjoW is looking to put up his 8th win tonight.
You know, I think my longest win streak, I think I won 2 or 3 games in a row in the arena once.
Wow, that's impressive. I mean, that's sincerely very impressive. I don't think I've ever won 2 or 3 games in a row.
I think I've gotten the extra stars a few times in ranked play as well.
The extra stars. You can't lose them when you're sitting at rank 20. SjoW's opening hand, I mean, this is zero surprise to see from him.
Rank 20, man, shots fired, come on. But yeah, look, this is what we were talking about. Both these guys getting on the board early, using all their mana, and trying to be aggressive.
This is actually an interesting choice from Powder so far. You know, when we see Zombie Chow, this could very easily be a more controlling deck, but he's also got Abusive Sergeant, Acidic Swamp Ooze, and Dark Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, when I see these cards all together, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but when I see this Soulfire, maybe this is a Dragon deck.
Yeah, but where's the Abusive Sergeant, the Zombie Chow, and the Acidic Swamp Ooze fit into the strategy?
Maybe he's just actually playing a really aggressive deck with, you know, a couple ways to finish. You know, we've seen Soulfire be in a couple aggressive decks this season, but, you know, Dark Bomb, that's a new one.
Yeah, I expect him to use the Dark Bomb here too. I think this having the Zombie Chow on board to make sure that he can take care of minions and then also get some mana development done, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a great minion against a Mad Scientist. Not only are you able to keep it, but you can usually proc the trap as well.
Yeah, I think that's a big factor for it. Also, you know, say that SjoW doesn't have a reasonable turn 2 play here, and he's got Eaglehorn Bow to take care of the Zombie Chow afterwards, he's going to be able to Acidic Swamp Ooze that. And just the fact that he has this game plan and that everything seems to be rolling his way so far, this could be a nightmare for SjoW.
Yeah, and do you think he's going to add the Abusive Sergeant here? Yeah, it looks like he's just going to pass.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to really stick this one on board, but SjoW, he's not going to slow down right here. This is a Wolf Rider turn.
In fact, he's going to do the opposite of slowing down. We're going to speed up here and start trying to get some damage through on Powder. He's going to try to look and make this game go quickly from here. He's got a great turn 4, 5, and 6 ahead of him.
That's really the big deal in this one. You know, Powder's been fighting this early game well. Twilight Drake added to hand. This is looking good for him. And SjoW, you know, he looks a little bit nervous after this one. He's fighting down a 4-6 now. He does have a Pilot Shredder to add, and again, his curve looks great, but it looks like Powder has all the answers.
Yeah, I mean, Powder's hand looks great going forward from here as well. This looks like it's going to be a great fight between these two guys.
Yeah, Powder's deck just so equipped to fight this early game like this, and this is something we constantly see from him. The ability to get the board presence and keep it.
Yeah, he's got a real, oh, it was Explosive Trap. That could have been really bad for Powder earlier.
Yeah, it's really the only one it can be at this point. You know, it wasn't Snake Trap, it wasn't Freezing Trap. You don't see the other ones really played that often. Yeah,
it's just always, you know, a surprise to me when someone plays Explosive Trap. I'm not the biggest fan of the card, but it's really good in some situations. Now you can see him use this Abusive Sergeant to chew through the front half of this Sludge Belch here.
Yeah, picking up the Eaglehorn Bow is actually a really big deal here too. Not only allows him to take out the 1-2 slime so it doesn't contest his future minions, but also allows him to keep this extra board presence out and challenge this Twilight Drake just with what he has out.
Yeah, and that's what SjoW's looking to do. He's trying to get a board presence to stick and take care of this board, and then he's going to really push for damage going forward. Powder looks like he's got a lot of answers, though.
Yeah, I mean, when you draw the Acidic Swamp Ooze, this is really cool, sort of looking like the nightmare scenario for SjoW. And the big question here is, does he Hellfire this board and then Acidic Swamp Ooze, or does he Acidic Swamp Ooze and then something like Imp Gang Boss?
Yeah, he's going to take the minion route here. You got to believe he's going to start cleaning up this board as much as he can, this Twilight Drake, though. Maybe looking to get a little more value out of his Hellfire going forward.
Yeah, and another big deal here, too, is that SjoW's Savannah Highmane is directly contested on the board right now. And so, you know, he's fighting the good fight, but I don't know if this is going to be enough at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a couple different options. He can use both his minions to take care of this and then Hellfire afterwards. He could do an attack plus Hellfire, then clean up some of the minions with the Imp Gang Boss, or he could just Iron Beak Owl and not even worry about any of it.
Yeah, I mean, just look at what's happening here. Powder has taken full control of this board, and SjoW's hand is a Stranglethorn Tiger.
Yeah, things are looking really bad for SjoW going forward. Powder stranglehold in this game.
Yeah, the one thing that SjoW has going for him now, though, is that Powder is basically out of defensive measures. So if he can string together some damage here, this game could still be winnable.
Yeah, he still has a 5/5 Stealth Tiger with a kill command behind it. Powder's at 19. He could find, you know, some damage. And there we do see a Malagos. This is just a weird, you know, his own take on the Dragon Warlock deck.
Yeah, well, and this is going to end up being lethal. I mean, there's no way that SjoW can deal this much damage. The next couple turns, Emperor Thorson going to enable Malagos, Dark Bomb, Soulfire. SjoW literally has to kill him this turn or find a way to pad his life total, or he's dead to direct damage.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do that. We've seen Malagos enable some huge and gigantic turns here in HPL.
Yeah, and the fact that he doesn't life tap, that's got to be a sign for SjoW that this game is pretty much all but done at this point. He's going to try to fight as best he can. I can certainly tell you he's not expecting Malagos Dark Bomb Soulfire this next turn.
No, that's probably one of the last things he's expecting right now. You don't really see it in conjunction with cards like Abusive Sergeant too often.
I don't even think SjoW can actually afford to kill command this too. I think he has to. Oh, he's going to kill command the Emperor Thorson, but you know he loses a lot of damage in this regard, and that's just going to do it.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I like the way Powder has built his deck. He's got, you know, a lot of late game in it with a serious onus on the early game. You know, trying to take care of what SjoW does best. You know, SjoW gets on the board and really takes care of the game from there, but you're taking away that from him.
Yep, and he's taking away his life from him too right now. Beautiful performance from Powder in this first game. Just everything on his side, and look at how much damage Malagos has enabled this turn. An extra 10 from it, plus the 7 just on the spells.
Yeah, and this is something we haven't seen much in HPL. SjoW losing game 1 of a match